Hello everyone, I'm Kako Kursi. Welcome back to my channel. Today here I show you this piece is Liangzhu culture Jade Huang. Same function like the yesterday I introduced you to that on the white stone Huang. This one you see the size is massive, heavy. Let's go through this material. Because it's very thick, it's not translucent at all, almost. Only on this edge, the tip here, you see tiny bit. When it's thin, you see here, has some translucent in it. See here, it's inside, it's kind of yellowish jade. Because it have been buried so long, and also the surface is heavily covered by patina. Later I will show you on the microscope view. Okay, from this surface you will notice, you see how smooth Liangzhu people polish their jade. Almost smooth, like a mirror kind of a feeling. This is the process Liangzhu people add on their jade. Before polish it, they really flatten it very, very well. Most of the time, even under microscope view, you hardly you can see some the original shape. They left those two marks on it. They really flatten it well and polish it well. That's their character. And one more thing you may notice, you see the surface is so flat, totally different from the one yesterday we saw with densely packed all those tiny lines, designs. From my personal experience, I will date this kind of, you see, majority of the surface is flat, nothing on there, but only with let's now call it as a monster face. I don't really like this phrase, but for convenient, let's just call this. This is the monster face alone on the surface. Sometimes I have the birds on it. This kind of design, basically is flat, only one head on the center. This the age is older than the densely packed, than those kind of jade. So before Liangzhu culture, there's Lingjiatan culture is in the inland part. You will see some jade has the same kind of, has the bird's wing under it. So we know they had a connection with them and borrowed the design. And also to confirm what we have learned so far about the Liangzhu culture, you see it's not a really centered face. Even here, the bird's wings is not symmetrical. So they use this big of a jade. They went through the trouble to make it, and somehow they preferred this face. They don't want a truly symmetrical looking, even this wings. They think this way can add some movement to the jade piece. That's what I feel that way. Same concept later on when we reach Erligang culture. It's just early part of Shang. If you compare that with a little bit early, that's early Tao culture, they will have the same difference. One, the older one is prefer symmetrical, very gentle, and the later one, like early 1600 BC to 1300 BC, around that area, they just break down. That's the symmetrical, evenly design. So in the older day, in Liangzhu culture, they have the same concept. We see this the holes. It's called conical holes, like a funnel holes. You will notice this is different from the Hongshan way to make the holes. Appearance different also. They drill out from both sides and met in the center. So let's go back to the second part. All right, let's go through the microscope view. I'm showing you here, you can see that's the monster face in the center, how they make the lines there. Okay, see here. You notice their way to make these lines out, they use some slab to grow them away. Even they're very, very tiny. One Liangzhu character is you look at those lines, you trace them all the way down. Some part, like here, they disappeared, and some part is wider in the betweens. Yes, that because they're hand tool. But one important thing is the reason compare this, I don't have those fake stuff. You will see them. You trace this line down, no matter how thin it is, no matter how this broken here, they broken it, but you can trace these lines from the beginning to end where it's supposed to go. In other words, they make those lines with great detail, with great patience. Even it's very, very tiny, they won't leave the line in the middle. They don't care it, and they do another line, and they run into each other. In other words, even in tiny, tiny, small place, those lines is clearly traceable from the beginning to end. And you see here, it's wider, deeper, some part is broken, but it doesn't matter. You trace it down, you see this. Let's see, where it goes. You see the line there. They finish each line with great care. I don't know how back then, no microscope, how they see those lines. You see the patina on the top. And also, I want to show you. You see this line, when they grow in, you see the big dent here? It's a shallow dent. It seems they use some tool to dig out here and go to the next one, go to the next one. When we compare with yesterday, those evenly half-circled tool mark, this one, they don't show that trait. So from my experience, it's pure my experience, for you to reference, this kind of technique they used in this very early day. So those half-circle tiny lines, those are the efficient way to make a jade. And also to come with this flat surface without those dense packed lines. That's also the character, is the early part of Liangzhu Jade. People find out there's two major side untouched, so they find one's called Fanshan, one's called Yaoshan. Yaoshan one is the early part. When you look at the jade material from the Yaoshan part, it's very similar to this kind of jade. Lighter color with yellow light stain. Let's see the holes here. Apparently, this kind of jade, light yellow white thing, very smoothly polished. Therefore, they use on their king's tomb, king's people. Let's see here if you can see better. I don't say yesterday like the white stone, that's a kind of a material. It's not used for their king. It's used for their king too. Just they belong to probably different branches inside this Liangzhu culture. If we follow Hayashi Minao's theory, they use a different material and different character. The main character the same. The detail has varieties. It's belong to different branches of the Liangzhu people. So for the knowledge we have today, because we find out the Yaoshan tomb side is mainly, and also the Fanshan side, this white kind of jade, yellowish, almost like an ivory color. That's they use on their main king side. I hope you get some helpful view by this piece. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.